This could be really bad advice. I don't think that it is. I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people have that dream car that they've always wanted, and they watch it come out generation after generation after generation. Each time you feel like you want it even more. In my case, this exact car used to keep me up every single night from the time that I was like 19 to 24, 25. I couldn't afford it. And by the time that I could afford this car, the new generation had already come out. But it didn't matter to me because I was already hooked on this generation. And even at the time, I was only hooked on its looks because the way I was in life could not even get me into rooms with people that own these cars or people who would be willing to let me ride in one or drive one. It's crazy how life changes. And it's also crazy how you never feel like the right time comes to buy your dream car. Why is that? It kind of plays into the little bit of my belief of why you should just go ahead and buy your dream car if you're capable. I don't feel like the time is ever right. The time is like never right to buy your dream car. What I'm saying is a lot of people will say when this happens or that happens or I'm gonna have to do this or I gotta save up this amount of money. A lot of times those same people, time just seems to pass by without actually buying your dream car. And why is that? Because it's one of those things that you can procrastinate on in a way of fear. It's like a fear-driven procrastination. Why do you do that? Why do we do that as people? What I realize is that, hey, look, I know things might be a little bit more stressful if I buy this car, but I know for a fact that over time, that money that I'm worried about saving, it goes to bullshit. Over time, money just kind of goes away to bullshit that you don't ever have anything to show for it. And I realized that, and that's why I went ahead and bought my dream car 3 years ago. I still have this car. I'm not done with it yet. I'm not ready to give it up. I've bought other cars since then, and this one is still my favorite. So there's just something that owning a car like this, if you're a car guy, the feeling just can't be beaten. I mean, I get the nostalgia of whenever I bought this car. Every time that I don't drive it for 2 days and I get in it and start it up, I get that nostalgia back. It's like something that you get to live with as long as you have the car. It's just, I don't know, it's something that you just can't explain. And the weird thing is by the time I was 25, I had already given up on buying one of these cars because I could just never make it work. Whenever I decided to quit thinking about it and just do something different with my life for a while, that's whenever I was able to make it possible. And I truly believe it was all the years of manifestation. Some people believe in it, some people don't. I'm just gonna tell you, your mind is very powerful. And what I didn't realize all those years that I was dreaming of this car, letting it keep me up at night, watching videos of them on YouTube and Instagram, what I didn't realize is that visualization and dreaming of it and thinking about it and imagining owning it is probably what, in the end, made it possible for me to buy this car. Now, I'm not saying you can just sit around and dream and watch videos and that's going to get you a car. What I'm saying is that whenever you're motivationally driven in life, just to do good, that the things that you think about owning and having will push you without you even knowing that it's happening. And before you know it, you can make these things possible. I just remember being 18, 19-year-old kid. I had just quit Division I baseball. That was the only thing I ever did my whole entire life. My dad and I, we worked at baseball. I was good at baseball. You know, I played my whole entire life. And that's all I did was train for baseball. And by the time I got to college and I was playing Division I at Winthrop University, right outside of Charlotte, I was so just worn out on baseball, and I lost my passion for it somewhere there in the mixture of college, and I didn't want to do it anymore. And I was so afraid that I was going to disappoint everybody that loved me and everybody that was around me, because this was all I knew how to do. But in the end, I ended up quitting. And I was a 19-year-old kid. I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And I'm not going to lie, the not knowing what I was going to do with my life lasted for years. Like 2 or 3. And it's okay as a young adult. I know a lot of you watching are young and you want these things. And you might not have your life figured out. But I'm telling you, if you work towards what you believe it is in your heart that you can do, I'm telling you that eventually you're going to have these things. And that's what happened for me. I got into real estate. You know, I grew up kind of in a real estate family. A lot of realtors in my family, a lot of construction builders and things like that. I didn't want to do that for years and years and years. I went off trying to do music and trying to do all this stuff that I found out I was pretty good at, like videos. And it just never worked out for me. So I finally, in the end, went back to, I'm just going to do what my family knows, where I have connections. And I'm going to do that, and it worked out. And I know my last video I talked about how this hurricane kind of impacted my job in a really bad way, and it really has. But there's something about revisiting that struggle that I was at like 19 to 23, 24, 25. It just feels nostalgic, and I feel this like warmth over my body of like, I know I can get through this. So I'm feeling a lot better now. This car has made it possible for me to do these videos, which mean a ton to me. It's like the first thing I've ever done that shows me some feedback that I love. Like, I love the feedback I get from the people in the comments, and I love the fact that I've helped so many of you think about like what you're gonna do to get your dream car, whether it's an F80 M3 or it's a Ford Mustang or it's a WRX. It doesn't matter. We're all kind of in that same boat. And I just want you guys to know that it's possible. And the things that it'll do for you in life, honestly, they're priceless. The things that happen whenever you get this car that you've wanted for so long, I swear it motivates you in a different way. Like, it shows you that it is possible and everything is possible. And we need that as human beings. Like, we need to know that things are possible in this life. There's so many people that are just raised to have no hope. I was not raised to have no hope. I was raised to be a dreamer. And that's what I do. I dream for these things. I work for them. And not only do I work for them, but whenever I get those things, I then use them to my advantage to chase other dreams. And that's what it's all about. This car has put me in rooms with people I shouldn't be able to be around. Like, so many people that inspired me, and so many people that made me want to do what I'm doing with this car now. It's just such a great feeling. I hope that most of you get to know what it's like, and I believe that you will. I really think that if you're capable of buying your dream car, if you have what it takes now, just go do it. Go buy the car. I swear it's not peer pressure. I'm telling you that doors open up. You get so many relationships with people that create so many other doors to open. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. Since my job and stuff kind of has been on hold since this hurricane, you don't even understand the support and the love and the people offering to help or offering me jobs. And it's all because of the connections that I've made with this car. I mean, my dream car was an F80 M3. As you get your dream car, obviously you start to think of that next stepping stone, the next dream car. But this was my dream car. I own it now. Not only have I owned it, but I would like to say that I have completely conquered owning one of these cars. Not only did I just buy it, but I made it mine. I did all the proper preventative maintenance. That's not that cheap to do. Like, I figured out how to do it. I figured out how to make the connections and save money where I can, and just, it does something to you that you can't explain. Owning your dream car, it just does something to you can't explain. And I really just want people to be happy. I want people to know the happiness that I felt driving this car home, like the rush of adrenaline, and also just the realization that, holy shit, I really did it. Like, I really did it. I mean, it's grown my social media, which I know is not everything, but for me, I take pride in the pictures and the photos and the videos that I make, and the growth of social media kind of just reinforces that I am in the right place of, what I want to do, and this is what I love to do. This is what I do better than anything, and it's just the passion that goes behind it. Honestly, I think I have to owe it all to this F80 M3. I really do. I think I owe it all to the F80. It just makes me happy. Like, even whenever things are not going good, I sit in this car, I drive it, it's a beautiful day, I'm in my dream car, and I just know that things are going to be alright. Everything is going to be alright. I'm F80 Trevor, and I'm just here to tell you, follow your dreams, buy that car if it's going to make you happy, if it's going to give you something to look forward to every day, it's going to give you a reason to keep going and to keep dreaming. Do yourself a favor and go buy your dream car.